Now, sometimes I can't react in real time, so you should follow me over on Twitter where I can, because the time difference. So some of this news that comes out breaks in the middle of the night. I live in England, so it breaks, a decent time in America, but it's the middle of the night in England. So yes, I did see the news that Warner Bros. Is getting sold again, but let's hold up, because nothing is really changing at all. And yes, we did see the Hollywood Reporter, but this is just analyzing. It's people analyzing. It's analysts' prediction, and nothing is set on stone. So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? What's you here? If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC pop culture based content that we do on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, let me know down below. It's the SnyderVerse dead. Also check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, because I've got like 5 followers over there. So firstly, follow up from a previous video where we were talking about J. Olivia's position on whether Zack Snyder would return, and he makes it crystal clear. Anything is possible, but his dance cards look to be full for the next few years. With Rebel Moon and other Netflix stuff, I can't speak for him, but that's just my impression. I'd love for him to come back, but he's just got obligations right now with his current films, which means Zack Snyder won't be returning for multiple years, which I hate to keep saying this, it debunks all the scoopers. He cannot come back for years. For some reason, people seem to think he's done with Netflix early next year. You're talking maybe 2025, 2026 before Zack Snyder can return. So if David Zaslav's 10-year plan does have Snyderverse-based stuff, it realistically doesn't actually mean Zack has to be at the forefront of it. So when people keep saying, yeah, they had a meeting. Yeah, they had a meeting. Did they have a meeting? What you should be doing is getting hyped for Rebel Moon. It looks really freaking cool. So let's break this information down. And we're also going to talk about the Constantine 2, Joker 2 stuff, and multiple other things. So internet went into a frenzy. I get sent stuff. Oh, the Snyderverse, it's dead. It's buried. Hold on a minute. Hold the frick on. So, Warner Bros. Merged with Discovery about a few months ago to make a new company called Warner Bros. Discovery. And if you know, AT&T were in essentially charge beforehand. So, it's Warner Bros. Getting sold again. Not exactly. These headlines are very misleading. The Hollywood Reporter shared some Hollywood insiders are expecting that Warner Bros. could be sold again to Comcast in years ahead. Now, they can't do anything to at least 2024. This follows a recent merger of Warner Bros. With Discovery to create Warner Bros. Discovery, a conglomerate deal that has only just closed 5 months back in April. In the report, the outlet revealed that many industry insiders predict Comcast chairman Brian Roberts will soon make a move to combine NBC Universal and Warner Bros. Discovery. Although the deal would face some interesting antitrust issues, it is poised to give NBC scale and viability with streaming services. So, dudes, ladettes, lads, homies, Snyderverse fans, DC fans, this is just an analyst predicting. And anonymous, funny how it's anonymous, executive pointed out there are some good synergies with this move, with it even saying the endgame of Warner Bros. Discovery president David Zaslav is to get the place sold. Obviously, Peacock sucks. There are some synergies. I'm sure Robert is licking his chops because Warner Bros. Discovery stock is still low. And I think that's Zaslav's end plan to get the company sold. Well, I hate to say it, but a few scoopers did say his endgame was to flip it. THR also shared Robert's NBCU CEO Jeff Shell actually met with Zaslav's board member John Malone during the Allen & Co. gathering in Sun Valley last July. However, due to rules against plotting any combination, it was implied it was just a friendly get-together. When asked about the topic, a spokesman from Warner Bros. Discovery said, "We are building Warner Bros. Discovery for a long-term plan." For context, 2018 Warner Bros. Parent company Time Warner was acquired by US telecom giant AT&T and has since renamed Warner Media. April the 8th, 2022, AT&T devised Warner Bros. Media to its shareholders, merging Discovery Inc. to Warner Bros. Discovery. Meanwhile, THR also pointed out that many top industry experts are so convinced that the deal eventually happened that there was some pre-mourning an event that may never happen. People feel like it's Comcast for sure. It's going to be so depressing to lose another major studio after Disney bought Fox, and and Warner was the Tiffany studio. So does this mean anything? No, it realistically doesn't mean anything. Will this affect the quality of DC's plans? No, not at all. It won't clash with a 10-year plan. Warner Bros. Discovery David Zaslav mapped out the 10-year plan, although he actually hasn't said anything. It remains to be seen how the combined efforts of MTC and Warner Bros. Will work together in DC's favor. Warner Bros. Is bigger than DC. This report also suggests David Zaslav's reign under Warner Bros. Will be short-term and could either be good or bad for the Bros. Projects. So ultimately, you need to understand it's a freaking business. It is a business. It's a business. They are there to make money, and if David Zaslav at Discovery wants to flip it, he can flip it. Will this actually affect the Snyderverse being restored? No, not at all. Because if all this stuff does actually, in theory, potentially happen one day, the new company isn't just going to stop DC. DC is very profitable if done right. So whatever company does come out and potentially buy it after 2025, they're not going to shell everything they're building up to. This 10-year plan is there for a reason. So at the moment, we have Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi, who are currently the leaders of the Warner Bros. Film division, are described as talent-friendly and divisive. With THR, it's a vast improvement from when the studio was under AT&T with Jason Kilar. From where I sit, it's night and day. Okay, so realistically, yeah, I see people tagging me and stuff saying, oh, the Snyderverse is over. The Snyderverse is technically not over, but it's also technically not there because most people's definition of the Snyderverse has to have Zack Snyder being back at DC. And as said by J. Oliva, he's stuck at Netflix and other projects for multiple years, so Zack Snyder isn't going to return for a very long time. But as we've seen, Ben Affleck has recently returned, and it looks like Henry Cavill's Superman will be in the ending scene for Black Adam. It looks like the Snyderverse has already been restored. So guys, yeah. Also in the news, Constantine 2 sequel with Keanu Reeves, Francis Lawrence to reunite. Goldberg scripting and producing with Bad Robot JJJ. Okay, as soon as you get JJ involved, you know this isn't happening. Now, I'm not really a big Constantine fan, to be honest. I mean, Constantine was part of the Arrowverse. I think he's a cool character. I just don't think he's ever been done that well. So in theory, this doesn't actually say a lot. The deal was shepherded by Warner Bros. Co-chair Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdul. So I don't know if this is actually going to happen, even though it's coming from a verified trade. Cool, in a deadline. We don't know if it's actually happening. So the sequel to Joker 2, apparently is going to be told from Harlequin's point of view, and that is why it's been dubbed as a musical, which, as we know, it's not been confirmed, but Lady Gaga is supposed to be playing Harley Quinn. I think it's a very strange, bold move, but it does sound interesting. It's an interesting spin, and it makes it more interesting for me based on the information saying that it's going to be told from her point of view. Interesting enough, we don't actually know if that is confirmed or verified, but that is the most recent report going around. And there's been more castings for Joker 2. Joker 2 reportedly will be told from Lady Gaga's perspective, who apparently is rumoredly playing Harley Quinzel, potentially. Apparently Joker 2 isn't so much a Joker movie, it's actually a Harlequin movie. It's from the Harlequin perspective. The reason it's a musical is because how she perceives her relationship with Joker. Like a romantic musical, asked Nick. Clement confirmed, saying, yeah, exactly. So they are kind of telling you a lot about the movie before the movie actually comes. So it's not really a Joker 2 movie, it's actually a Harley Quinzel movie, which is, I guess it's interesting, I guess, if you're into that kind of stuff. So guys, just chill out. No one's buying Warner Bros. Yet. It's just analysts analyzing. And if Comcast MPC does take over, would that be the end of the world? No, I don't think it will. So also in the news, the David Ayer cut is finished and ready to come out. Whether it comes out, we don't know. I've stopped talking about the Ayer cut because realistically I've been saying it's coming out for ages, but it actually hasn't come out yet. Also in the news, Teen Titans Go! Zack Snyder's version was freaking awesome. He played homage to the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie, homage to 300, homage to BVS, homage to the Nightmare scene. Very, very cool. It was really cool. Almost like Zack Snyder has an epic Zack Snyder legendary, even Darkseid appear. This is the first piece of Zack Snyder's DC stuff in Warner Bros. Since the Snyder Cut that hasn't been negative. Now, what's worth saying is he actually did his audio for this Teen Titans episode over a year ago when he was over doing Zack Snyder Justice League movie work. It wasn't done recently like some people would have you believe, but it was pretty dope. We get Zack Snyder doing some bicep curls. Really freaking awesome. If you haven't seen it, even if you don't watch it, go check it out. It is a pretty darn fun episode, to the point where some of the stuff coming up, it was like 365 Zack Snyder Cut. You would actually think it was like a YouTube thumbnail, but no, it wasn't. Freaking cool episode, guys. Zack Snyder is a freaking legend, and this cements his legacy. Could you say Justice League 2 is inevitable based on Darkseid being in Teen Titans? Is it a big conspiracy? We don't know, but we know Zack does have new storyboards that he hasn't shown anyone publicly. Privately, we don't know what people do in their private life, do we? Oh, Ezra Miller. Yeah, it was all over the news, wasn't it? So I really want Justice League 2. I want them to ready the Armada. I want it all, but let's just wait and find out what this 10-year plan is, because although Zaslav has a plan, he wants quality over quantity, something that Marvel isn't doing currently, but Marvel will bring it back. So pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, hype. The SnyderVerse is still there, but realistically, did it even go anywhere? So the Aya cut is ready to go. Apparently it's finished. It's part of the SnyderVerse. It's kind of the missing part before you actually get to Zack Snyder Justice League. If they release the Aya cut, more Batman, more Joker, more Warstu, more Harley, it would make more sense, and then you could watch the Aya cut, then also watch the Zack Snyder Justice League movie again. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.